Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 17th, and today was a beautiful, beautiful sunny, hot day. Got this morning, got a few things taken care of real quick, was up way early I should have been. So I got up this morning, decided to just go ahead and get my run done, got a couple other things taken care of real quick, got the yard mowed, all that fun stuff that needs to happen. It's just general, maintenance. I'd let it go a little long, so I don't mow every week. I mow whenever it needs mowed, and when it need mowed, I don't usually mow on the weekends because it's usually the time I spend with just my wife and that, and don't want to waste time mowing and all that kind of thing in the process. So it should have been mowed Friday, and then it got a lot of weather and rain and stuff. Blah blah. So got pushed back. So then Saturday and Sunday don't mow because, like I said, I don't want to waste the time with her just mowing a dumb yard. So that could be done during the week when she's not here. So went ahead, put it off, and it got pretty tall in the back. Especially I got about half of my backyard grows so much. Like if that was a hayfield, I could be rich. Like it grows so much. The rest of my yard kind of intermittently grows normal, and I got about a third of my backyard that's just barely grows at all. Like it gets hardly no growth, and it's really kind of a pain in the butt. It looks kind of gross, but I got to decide these days if I'm going to just come in there and till it all up. And I got roots sticking way up, so I need to bring in probably 15 or so ton of good topsoil and just really grade the thing out and just spend few $1,000 and just knock that yard out and just make it all pretty and nice. And then I think, why bother? It gets it done where it needs to be done, so it still works just fine for me. So, but it is what it is. So kind of get every once in a while I get a little bit bummed out about my yard. Other once in a while I think, hey, my yard's looking pretty nice compared to what it was when I got here 4.5 years ago. It is way better, way much more of a sanctuary and a place of just peace and cleanliness and stuff that I enjoy a lot more than what it once was. So, worked in my yard a little bit there. Worked on the fence just for a smidgen. Didn't get much on the fence because I was still waiting for screws. I didn't go this weekend to the Home Depot. Normally Karen and I would went together and do it not, and I just pushed it off and never did come up. We ended up doing some yard selling and other things we had more fun with than just going and picking up screws, basically outside weather tight deck screws. So went ahead, got that all taken care of, got myself a shower, got myself cleaned up, and then set my back deck up. I leave all my chair cushions, I bring them in every night so they don't get moldy and whatnot. I put them out when I need them. When I'm done, I put them back, because especially when having like afternoon rains that are happening every single day. And my covered patio used to be a lot more covered than it is, because now I've got a big hot tub taking up half the space. So it definitely, where my chairs sit, I get a lot more water on me and rain on me, and then my chairs get gross, and I don't want that. So they go in every night. I think there's been twice in the 2+ years we've had those chairs that I've forgotten left them out. Definitely was not my shiniest moment, but I brought them inside, got them all dried off, and no real damage from it. Just I try and make that routine. So set my fan up, got the dogs outside, and hung out there a little bit. We had all 3 dogs today. We got a little pup. We got like a I don't know, 15-year-old Japanese Chin, and then Bruce. And decided I was going to finally do my online driving school thing crap for the ticket I got the other day. So I went ahead and set that all up. Took like an hour to get that even set up. It was so slow and just tedious and BS that goes with it. So they said it's a 4-hour course. Took over 5 hours because it has like little videos and little audio parts you go through. And yeah, I clicked the next one, and it took a while. It wasn't just hit play for 4 hours and then you're done. It was each little segment, and it was what it was. So I got through it, took the test, passed the test. There was a lot of really dumb stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with anything that would, just really dumb stuff. But a lot of things about how much alcohol is in each drink, and a shot of whiskey is the same as one beer, and so on and so forth. I'm like, I don't drink and drive. What the hell's the problem? Talked about leaving your kid in the car. I'm like, I don't have any kids. There's a bunch of stuff, including the final exam even had like how much alcohol is in each drink. And I'm like, why would this be? This is not a driving test. This is you need to go get help in your alcoholic test, not the same thing. So, but I passed it, got the email back saying I completed it and whatnot. So he's got to figure out how to send it in to the states. They can basically get my points, so the points don't go on my license, and that would affect my insurance and so on and so forth. So I think this whole thing is nothing more than just a damn racket. I don't know what it makes a difference, but it is what it is. So got that all taken care of, and that took quite a bit longer. The lady came, picked her dog up, was about a little over an hour late. Not a big deal. She did keep in contact with me. I reached out to her and said, "Hey, are we still on time for this?" And then she said, "Nope. I was about to text you and stuff," which was a little bit. And I even told her before, like, please just don't wait till it's the time. You're supposed to pick the dog up and then tell me I'm gonna be an hour and a half late. Like, if you know you're gonna be late, let me know as soon as you know and stuff. But it is what it is. So went ahead. As soon as she was a little later than what she thought, and we got the dog picked up. Everything went great. I had time to get my the whole class done, the test taken, all that stuff. I was hoping it would be like as I'm taking the test or whatever, then she'd show up and have to stop. So I wasn't sure if it's like a time test or any kind of junk in the process, but it wasn't. It's just a money grab. It's just an absolute just we're gonna punish you. We're gonna spend 4 or 5 hours of your life so your insurance don't go up. It's nothing more than just another punishment. Which I would rather they just said, hey, go pick rocks up from this pile and throw that rock pile over there or do something, because it was just I don't know. I didn't learn anything that made any sense that made me any better driver or anything along those lines. So, but it's Florida and beautiful weather, and we got an ocean right there and a bunch of beautiful springs. So, if you want to live here, you got to put up with their BS. So, Karen got home from work. Oh, they picked the dog up. That went fine. Everything was great there. The dog was actually really calm and really just low energy and stuff. And she got here and she was actually really impressed with how well the dog did and how everything got along. And then as she was playing the dog stuff, before she left the dog started getting more and more hyper and started jumping on her. And it was kind of funny how quickly we talked about the I guess alpha, the top dog in the group and whatnot, and how she needs to find that energy to keep that dog a little bit more in control. Because the dog wants to please really, really bad. It's a beautiful, beautiful little dog and super just needy and just a great little dog. Offered to watch it again. She was excited to hear that I'd be willing to continue watching the dog. So I think what she's been doing, she's been traveling a couple little like short trips, like a day or two. She just has somebody come over and walk the dog a couple times a day, and that's the dog don't enjoy that. The dog wants to be around people. That dog especially needs to be around people all the time. So that well, Karen came home. We ended up having ourselves a beautiful dinner, watched some Netflix and stuff, chilled out, headed outside. The weather had passed. The storm had already went through. So weather went outside, and it was kind of just that weird drizzly rain. And it was funny because I was out there having a cigar, and Clyde, the little Japanese chin, was just running around the rain. He's, like I say, he's old, but he once in a while he goes out and just likes to just wander around. And they don't have a fenced-in yard, so he's on leash all the time and whatnot. So he just gets to roam around, and he just absolutely just wanders around and just sniffs stuff and wanders back. And it was drizzling, just that real light drizzle. And I was out there just enjoying it. So I thought we'd be out there for a few minutes. Bruce didn't come out. He's like, I don't need to go out. It's raining. So I sat out there with him, and he would walk by, and he'd get patted on the head a little bit. And he'd just wander off around the yard again for a while and come back by, and I'd pat him on the head a little bit, and he'd wander around the yard for a little bit. And he was out there for a long time. Like, he's usually not that active. Like I said, he's super old. So I was super excited. I actually texted them and said how much fun he was having. He acted like he didn't want to go inside, because when he's ready to go inside, if he gets too hot or if he gets too bored, he'll go sit right by the glass door and kind of like, he doesn't bark on it. He sits right there, stares at the door. Like, sometimes he'll lay by it, but most times he'll stare at the door, and I'll go let him in and stuff. Then he goes and finds a spot to sleep underneath the table or whatever. But he just come by, get patted on the head a little bit, and wander around like, well, I don't have to go in, do I? And just I stay out there for a lot longer. Came back in, talked to the owners. I told him how they're doing and stuff, and she goes, that's strange. He doesn't really like the rain and da da da. Came back in. He has plenty of food. He has all the food he wants, and he has Bruce's food. If I put Bruce's food on the floor for him, he don't want it. But Bruce has a giant raised bed, like food dish, and he'll climb up to the food dish to get it, and that's like a treat for him. It's like he won a reward. So I got a photo of that and sent it to the owner. I'm like, see, he still likes to climb up on top of the thing. He can barely reach it. Like, he has to actually hop up. Once the sister of him, who's since passed away, she would actually jump up on top of the food dish, get one piece of food out of it, jump her entire body back off the thing, and run down the hallway, then eat it. And then it was so funny. She'd come back in, take her 8, sometimes 10 tries to jump up there and get up on top, because it was so hard for her to jump up there. But she'd get one little piece, and she'd run back down the hall, and she'd eat it again. And she was smaller than he was, so he can actually reach it from the floor if I had the dish pretty full. So if the dish is almost empty, it's just a layer on the bottom, he can't reach it. So I keep the bowl pretty full for him, so he can have as much extra of Bruce's food. When the pieces are like this big, they're massive, giant pieces in his little tiny face, but he's only got a few teeth left. But he just crunches away on them and just eats the crap out of them. Absolutely loves them. So had a good time with that. That all went well. Basically, Karen got in. We just she was in here kind of watching some, I don't know, she's watching Facebook or different little videos and whatnot. And we got inside and watched a little bit of Netflix at the end before to bed and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.